Hello, gentlemen back here. Don't seem Ellie like. Welcome to welcome back to Batman Arkham Asylum. This is the final episode for the whole series before we actually cap it off and finish off the Joker. Actually, there's a few boards missing, but I'm guessing they just had to finish this quickly. So, yeah. In the last part, we just went around and dealt with like the menial task of getting all the little Riddler trophies, items, teeth, everything. I was a little bit worried when I was doing this, and I thought, oh no, I'm not going to be able to get everything, am I? Because, like, with Ivy's plants everywhere, I thought there was going to be poisonous gas to deal with. There was going to be too many places that were going to be blocked off. But no, all the Riddler challenges, trophies, and collectibles were able to be gotten at the end of the episode. So, you know, at any time, at least near toward the end. So I'm glad that they allowed that to be a thing. So yep, all we really need to do is go to the party and deal with the Joker. And also I forgot to mention, I actually got all the upgrades after going around and both fighting a couple of loonies and just getting all of the collectibles. So I've got every upgrade imaginable. So some of them aren't going to be too useful, but still. So yeah, in the last part, I was able to collect a lot of the collectibles, able to obtain certain bios here and there that I didn't show off before. You know, such as Alfred, the best character ever. Now, I really like Alfred's character as a general whole sort of thing, because I just enjoy him as like an actual character sort of thing. With his dynamic with Batman, I just enjoy him a lot. Other characters that were also unlocked, as far as I can remember, were Prometheus, as I showcased and talked about before. Maxi Zeus, who for some reason thinks he's a god, I believe, or maybe he thinks he's actually Zeus, I don't know. There's also Scarface, who was Joker's, or who's being used by Joker currently, but is also a puppet that the ventriloquist uses. So remember that. And you may be wondering, well, how do you know he's being used by Joker? Oh, a couple of things. So in this episode, before I fight off the Joker in the final boss fight, that's kind of disappointing depending on who you ask. First, I'm just going to show off all of these particular bios that I didn't get a chance to for this episode. You can pause anytime you want just to read some of these little descriptions, parts, stuff like that. Just because I'll give a commentary here and there, such as Dr. Hugo Strange. Oh, Professor Strange, whatever. He's going to be somewhat more of a character that's going to return in another Arkham game, but he's one of the few people who figured out Batman's secret. How shocking. But anyway, so, you know, everything else is just going to, you know, revolve around just me doing thing here. Before we finish off the Joker, I'm going to go and do, or right now I'm going to do two things right here. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play all of the interview tapes that, you know, I found for some of the characters. I'm going to play all the ones for Scarecrow, the Harleys, Riddlers, Ivies, Zaz's, Jokers, and I think that's it. Because I did Killer Croc and... Oh, no, not Ivy. I did one for Killer Croc and Ivy already, I believe. I'm pretty sure. At least in the previous episode. And then finally I'm going to do the Arkham Chronicles. And after that, I'm just going to, you know, finish off with the Joker. So first, let's listen to the first few tapes for the Jokers. We already listened to the first tape already, so I'm just going to skip ahead and do all the last four, you know, to skip ahead. I'm going to do the same thing for the other guy, so keep that in mind. I'm just going to listen to the last four tapes, just because.
Tape patient interview 7.
Unless, of course, I didn't listen to the tapes beforehand, like for Harley, for example, I'll listen to all 5 Harleys. But
Tape patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinn's out. I know. I've seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would childhood.
Oh, ever heard of romance?
Mhm.
I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
Really not necessary there, Joker, but okay. The Joker's past, by the way, is a little bit of mystery, even in Batman. Sometimes he's one or two people. He's either a former villain that Batman might have had a hand in creating, or he's just some dude that came out of nowhere. Or he has his own backstory, but then he's not. Or he has 3 separate backstories, and they're not connected somehow. I don't know. There's a lot to the Joker, and I prefer the whole, he became a villain due to one particular toxic spill of some kind. I don't know.
Take patient interview 20. Joker is more interesting than I originally believed. When Project Titan is operational, I believe Joker would be the perfect test subject.
Why him?
Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
Of course. I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the circus, but my father wouldn't really let me.
I don't believe you.
My father was a cop. 1 week from retirement when the mob...
I've seen the movie. What are you scared of?
Scared?
Yes, scared. There's obviously something. Something that made you what you are.
What if I'm too scared to remember? It hurts too much.
Then I can help you.
I kind of want to do these last few tapes, but I forgot that something leads into them. But, let's...
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success. Even my funding worries have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
Why would you connect this with your regular notes?
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc. Keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
You sure?
We're fine. Aren't we, Joker?
Oh, yes. Well, if you insist. I'm just outside, okay? So is he here? Did your patient X arrive?
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what?
How do I know you have Bane strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry? Would you believe a lucky guess?
I know for a fact that I didn't really play the Riddler's final tape because, well, I wanted to do it, but I forgot to do it, but I decided against it, so I'm gonna have to play it again.
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack White. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane.
Felicia?
How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Doc. Had to split. I hate small, confined spaces. Reminds me of my childhood.
Another lie?
Who knows? I certainly don't, but let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well then, it won't be funny.
Actually, I just realized. It kind of connects, actually. Because Riddler's other ending chapter things, well, they connect, but they're talking about something else, actually. But first, let's get off to the next one.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nigma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nigma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process.
Why are you always
I'd like
testing
to talk
people?
about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination
determined to prove him wrong. So I entered a contest at school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't. And he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
So he did cheat, I guess. I don't get why he had to, but
Station
okay.
interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nigma. I've yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family. Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Go on.
I mean, like, you don't want to give a criminal any weapon at all, but at the same time, why are you conducting these interviews in a place full of stuff? Like, literally your office directly? Like, is there no holding cell you guys can talk with people in? And I know that wouldn't work for Krill or Croc or any of the bigger guys, but still, the point still stands. You know, like, Riddler's not that big of a guy, so you think putting him in, like, a regular cell between you two?
Your obsession with Batman.
Hardly an obsession, Miss Young. I simply feel an obligation to expose him.
You know who he is?
More important, I know what he is.
To be fair, this is true.
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics. He's a criminal. No different than Joker, Two-Face, or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets?
Self-funding?
With money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman bribes him. The answers are right in front of your stupid, gawking face.
Edward, please, calm down.
Wake up, Gotham! No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
It turns out he's actually that selfless, actually. He's not selfish, he's just selfless. And so you're wrong about that one. But, you know, the actual stuff that he's actually being able to provide himself, it's self-funding. Seriously, how is it that you're not able to figure out that Bruce Wayne is Batman? The only rich person in town having a mansion, able to possibly fund himself. Seriously, it's kind of a bit, like, questionable how no one else was able to discover this. And yeah, I know Bane discovered this. Joker, I think, somewhat discovered this once. Somewhat, I think. And also, Hugo Strange also discovered this. But it's like, you'd think Riddler would discover this at some point. But, okay, whatever. He technically did, but that's a different story altogether. And we don't talk about that movie. Anyway, final tape for Riddler.
This is my final interview with Edward. I have gone as far as I can. I can no longer tolerate his mood swings and tantrums. I have more important work to be getting on with. He will be transferred to Dr. Whistler's care as of next week.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Edward. You're in a good mood.
I'm always in rare spirits when I'm about to be released.
Edward, you know you don't come up for parole for another 3 years.
First thing I'll do is have dinner at that Italian place on 19th Street.
Seriously, Edward.
I only hope Joker hasn't completely trashed the city. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough.
Wait. Have you been in contact
And that's what I was talking about, because this actually leads into Joker's whole interview tapes, which was just interesting and fun at the same time. So I guess that's cool. Should I do the horror story of Zaz or the fall of Harley? So you've got 1, 2, okay, 4, 12 more interview tapes, and then, a god number amount of Arkham Spirit column things to listen to. Okay, let's start off with Zaz. And I say horror story because it sounds like a horror soap opera. Okay, I was like wondering, what's happening?
Taped patient evaluation 5. Victor is not responding well to treatment. Victor, yesterday we spoke about the people you killed.
Ah, the zombies.
They are all people, Victor.
They are zombies. Continuously shuffling through the daily grind, waiting for someone to liberate them.
You mean kill them? The police report states that you've murdered, or liberated, if you like, 20 young women in the last 3 months. Each had her throat slit and was left posed.
They were all lucky to be chosen to receive my gift.
Why no
I definitely
males?
would agree with you.
Really? How about you, Miss Cassidy? As you take the elevator to your apartment each night, open the 6 locks to apartment 433. Remember you forgot to buy your cat food. Again?
How do you know
As
where
you sit down in your favorite red chair, cat on lap, just waiting for something to happen. I can make it happen, Sarah. I am your salvation.
Yep, creepy.
Patient's name is Victor Saz. For the record, the patient has transferred from Dr. Cassidy, who is on leave after the incident last week. Hello, Victor. Please, take a seat. Guards, you can leave us.
Sorry, Doctor. Warden's orders. I can't leave you alone with him.
I understand. Hello, Victor. How are you feeling today? Victor, I can't help you if you don't speak.
Depressed. Does that help you? Can you get into my mind, Doctor?
Why depressed?
I'm just thinking about the one that got away. The one I chose. I needed the mark. I want the mark!
Victor has been more subdued recently. Response to medication has been poor.
Touching.
Hello, Victor. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today? Victor! This is going nowhere. Guards! Get him out of here!
You heard the doctor. Get out. Didn't you hear me?
He's got another! Get it, try and get him! Get it, try and get him! Oh, God! He's on Bill! He's cutting him! Get him off! Get him off! We need help here!
Victor has been in isolation since the attack on the guard last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review his notes. I am increasingly worried he cannot be cured. He has no empathy for his victims. Deep down, I believe he views all of us as potential victims.
Doc, are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God!
Don't worry, Doc. You're in the safest place. He's definitely left the island.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. He'll need to kill again. Do you understand me? Needs to. Oh no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy.
Hello?
Sarah, it's Gretchen. Listen to me.
Hold on. There's someone at the door.
Sarah! Do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer the door. It says he's free.
Did we meet a Dr. Cassidy here? I forget, actually. Either way, either Zaz killed her and he just got put away, or he didn't. I don't see how he didn't kill her, but I could be wrong in that statement. I may be wrong in that statement. Do not hold me to it, because, well, honestly, I can't be held accountable for that.
Interview number 1.
So, I'm
I'm not sure how she got charmed by him, of all things, but okay, I don't really particularly understand why Joker chose her. I guess it's just story writing, but still, it feels weird how, out of everyone, he just wanted to have one particular female counterpart to, mess with or something. I don't get it, but anyway.
Care to tell me how these got in my office?
Simple, really. I put them there. Why? You don't like flowers?
I think the guards would be interested to know you've been out of your cell.
Oh, if you really were going to tell, you already would have.
How do you know I haven't already?
Sweet. I like you. I really do. Even your name. Rework it a bit and we get...
Harley Quinn, like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think there's someone here I can relate to. Someone who might like to hear my secrets.
Really? Go on.
Not here, my dear. Too many ears and eyes. Come back tonight. I'll be ready for you. He's crazy, you know.
Who? Batman?
No, Santa Claus. Of course, Batman. Always Batman. I've seen it in his eyes. Screaming mad stalkers. And dishonest. Hiding his face behind a fright mask. Well, no masks for me. I have nothing to hide. I laugh at the cruel absurdity of the world. But Batman, he's got them all fooled. He's made them think he can make a difference. That he can actually make things better. And the Joker, that is, they all believe it.
The police?
The police, the media, the frickin' junior rangers. Every last sack of walking meat in this urban cesspool. Listen, sweets. Batman knows we're all on the same funhouse slide into madness. Why won't he admit it? He's up there in his belfry laughing at us. And the real gag is the miserable liar is allowed to run free while I'm in here.
That's really incisive.
Then you understand, don't you? You know why I do what I have to do. You know Gotham's only real savior is me.
That's very heavily questionable at best.
I got what you wanted.
You did? I mean, good. How did you smuggle it in? Actually, I don't want to know. So are you ready to stop that evil, murdering bat once and for all?
Of course I am. He needs to pay for what he's done to you.
Give it here then, quickly. Come on, Doc. We've got ourselves a bat to kill.
Doc's outputting. Say hello to your new and improved Harley Quinn.
The Rise of Harley Quinn, everyone. I kind of wanted to play this one just because early in the episode I might have wanted to listen to it, but anyway, no.
Patient interview 6. Dr. Crane has been back in custody for 3 weeks. Regular sessions have been inconclusive. I am not sure he is actually insane.
Good evening, Stephen. How are you tonight?
I'm conducting the session, Jonathan.
Of course. If that helps you cope, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's talk about the events 3 weeks ago. What did you think you'd achieve? Dr. Murphy is still in therapy.
I wanted to understand him, his personal demons, his fears. It's all quite fascinating, really.
But you were a respected doctor. A brilliant mind. Now just another resident in Arkham.
Can I have a drink? A strong one? This kind of question bores me.
I'm afraid not.
Interesting choice of words, Doctor. Tell me, what are you afraid of?
Patient interview 9. Dr. Crane continues to evade questions. I believe he is quite sane, just evil. He takes no interest in the people he has hurt. His research appears to be the only motivating factor in his life. What is it about fear that drives your obsession?
Fear drives everything, Stephen. Everything. Your life is governed by fear. Every decision you scared of dying alone. You have children because you're scared of leaving nothing behind that really matters. You go to the doctors because you're scared of dying. Do I need to go on?
No. I think that will be all for today. Guards? Today I have another interview with Crane. I cannot say I am looking forward to it. I've been feeling anxious. I don't like to admit it, but I think he's getting to me.
How are you today?
I keep telling you, this is my session.
It was your session, Doctor, but not anymore.
Are you okay, Doc?
I think, yes,
Oh, he's fine. Just questioning his grip on reality. You should be doing the same any second.
Huh? Is that you? Wait, what are you doing?
Get off of me. Help! I need help here! I can't breathe.
Like I said, you're all part of my experiment now. Asylum Interview 1. My experiment is underway. Working alone, I have created my ultimate fear gas. Its potency, a revelation.
They're all over me! Please, Daddy. Don't do it! Ah!
Good boy, good boy, good boy. I have pumped enough gas into the medical center to break 100 minds. It should only be a matter of time before. What?
Give it up. Now!
How are you still standing? How come it's not affecting you?
Who says it's not?
I knew it. What was it like? What have you seen?
Officer Cash, get this formula to the air conditioning system now. You failed, Crane. Again. I've been working with Dr. Keller in creating an antidote to the toxins in your cologne. He fooled you, Crane. How does that make you feel? Threatened? Humiliated? Scared?
That's so weird, like, hearing Batman that smug in that particular way. But I understand what he's going after. Whew. So we have about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 messages to read, everyone! Christ.